warm welcome to all of you. I am Cosmic Goddess Blue Star, and today is January 2nd. So I just really wanted to do something really fun with you. Each year, the beginning of the year, on January 1st, I pull 12 cards for myself, one for each month, just to, tap into and have that guidance of what I'm going to be experiencing, for that particular month. So I really wanted to just have a little fun, like I said, and do that for you as well. But I also want to give you a little guidance of what 2023 is going to be for us. And if every year we change over into a new frequency, right? So we're in now the energy of the seven energy, which is all about truth, because when we add 2023 together, it equals the 7. So we are going to experience more deep, profound levels of truth and stepping into your truth, speaking your truth, seeing the truth. So that's definitely going to obviously take place because of the energy just of what the year holds. But also 7 in the healing sessions that I do, 7 represents the 7th dimension, which is our blueprint. It is our genetic blueprint, our DNA, right? So this is where we get this whole vibrational, our vibrational blueprint, our soul's family. And I have a feeling this year, because of the energy of the 7, it's going to be a lot about us healing our DNA and having upgrades to our DNA. It is really where we can, obviously through the DNA strand, inherit certain disorders or illnesses and diseases. I mean, even psychic abilities, come through the DNA strand too, as well. It's also misplaced karma from families or past lives can come into that as well. So this year, my prediction is going to be a lot of us are going to move more into healing our DNA. Oh boy, here we go. Spirits in the house. I could already see the light starting to begin to strobe out. So healing our DNA, expanding our DNA. So that's going to be my prediction, with that. Just really connecting to those aspects within us. And I think, you can just do so much with, when you start healing your DNA. So this is going to be the year for that. And it's also going to be the year of gratitude. Okay, so adopting a practice of gratitude each day. When I first awakened, well over a decade ago, that was something I really implemented in my daily routine. All my challenges I sat with at night, and I just moved into the space of gratitude for all the lessons that they were teaching me, my challenges. And I have a feeling this year is going to be something where we all move into deeper gratitude. So I don't know how that's going to look for you, but just getting into that intention every day of feeling gratitude for just being alive, right? And for all of the blessings that you do have, and also your challenges, because they're there to reveal truths to you. There we go. So I think it all is going to really blend this year between the DNA, the truth, and the energy of gratitude. So there are my predictions. So let's get started. I pulled and already selected a couple of cards, 12, actually 13, because I like that little extra, prize, I guess. So let's get started, and I hopefully won't take too long for you. I know our time is valuable, and the first card for January is going to be the Air Dragon. So I really like this. I love working with the dragon energy. I'm actually going to be having a 5-part series with activations with all of the dragons. Starting September, I wish it was September, starting January 22nd, which is the Lunar New Year, the Chinese New Year, and it's where they open up that day with the ceremony of dancing with the dragons. So clearly the energy of the dragons are quite present for this to be literally the first card that was selected for September. And it's the air dragon, and this is about rising above you know, your earthly matters. It's soaring to higher levels, looking at things from a higher perspective, from up here, and looking downward so you can get a full picture of what is really going on. So that's perfect to start off September, because this is a whole fresh new palette, right? We got a whole new year that we're going to work with, all of these energies within these cards. But you know, this is about just seeing life from a higher perspective. So this is great, because everything that we went through in 2022 was the big reveal. You've been listening to my talks. You hear me talk about this big reveal and all of these changes that needed to occur for you to step more into who you are in the higher aspect. So this is perfect to work with this energy, the blue air dragon, for the month of September. And just maybe pay attention to see how you are looking at things, where you are in your mental body. You know, if you're able to take a step back and look at the whole picture, you know, from this higher perspective. So the next card that we have for February, beautiful, is Enlightenment. Okay, so well, enlightenment is obviously a state that we all hope to achieve by doing all of this inner work. And you know, truthfully, enlightenment does come from going within, silencing your mind, meditation. I mean, meditation is a very holy act of you connecting with your spirit. And when we do these steps and we connect each day to our soul heart and to our spirit and to our guidance team, I mean, this really starts to help raise our frequency, our body, and the energy of our body. And we go into the higher levels of the light body. So this is where, when people become enlightened, you know, it is, they're holding this space within themselves. It's like Shambhala, really. They get to the point where all they have within is all that they need. It is just such a place of peace. And that's what Shambhala is. It's a place of heaven and earth within. And this obviously is part of the human journey. You know, we come in, we're separate, and we move through the stages of feeling separate from ourselves, separate from source, and our journey, like what I do here and mentor people, is a journey back to oneness, and all part of that. And that oneness is enlightenment. Right? It is part of knowing that you are part of the divine, you are God's source energy, Christ is within you. And we have a big day coming up on January 6th, right around the corner. I think that's a couple days away. It's Friday, where we're going to be working with an energetic baptism, because we're in this renewed state right now, fresh into January. And this is the day of Epiphany, where Christ was recognized as the Son of God, you know, sent here to earth to be the embodiment and to help teach all of us that we also are Christ. We also embody this because we are part of God, right? So that's enlightenment right there. Okay, so then we have March. Perfect. We got clairvoyance. This is interesting, because this came up also with the last recording that I did with Archangel Gabriel, right? I was talking about how he governs the third eye chakra, also the throat when I was losing my voice, and the solar plexus, you know, stepping into that leadership. So March is going to be about opening up and seeing spiritual sight. Remember, I talk about using your spiritual sight, your third eye, because your human eyes will give you false information, that, you know, see what you want to see, right? But your spiritual sight is of truth. So I bet you more people are going to be really tapping into their clairvoyant abilities and just the sight of their spiritual eye, the third eye. All right, so April we have Hilaron, health and healing. I love Hilaron. He is one of my guides that I work with every now and again. Comes in really, really strong with helping me teach people who are maybe more science based, or in their mental body so much that they have a hard time connecting to their spirit, moving into their heart, because he governs this, balancing between the heart and the mind. And his energy has been so present over the last 5 years. I remember about 5 years ago channeling him, and he was like, wait for it, because so much is going to be revealed that science is helping with, to see about, the world of spirit, where years ago, it was really hard to break through and teach people about a world that they can't see with their physical eyes, even though those of us who can see with our physical eyes the dimensions and spirits and such like that. But it's part of, like, as a guide, one of my guides, it's about teaching people truth, which he governs that. So this is perfect. He's going to be working with us this year, and we're moving into the deeper levels of truth. So, you can see it already with, his presence and what he's assisting with, because there's been so much more that has been revealed about this world, other dimensions. You see TV shows, documentaries, you have Gaia TV. I mean, this is all about showing people that there are so many dimensions that are unknown, and we're only beginning to see science prove that. So that's freaking cool. It makes me very excited, and I've been waiting for it. And I know many of us light workers who've been doing this work have been waiting for, science to really start letting people know that there is a whole big universe out there, and we're just in the third dimension. There's many, many universes, many dimensions, and so that's really great. So he's going to be working with us in April. And May, we have the silence card. Wow. Okay, so this actually was a card I picked the other day, so that's really cool that it made it back into this 12-month reading. So this is going to be May, about silencing your mind, right? So this is how you connect to yourself. This is what I was just talking about before with enlightenment. So this is all flowing beautifully. Quiet contemplation, right? Meditation. This is the holy act of connecting with yourself. And it just begins you to open up a whole new world. This is what it did for me, over a decade ago, going through a traumatic event that awakened me. And how I went about it was by meditating and going inward and really connecting to the root cause of what I was moving through and navigating through the world of awakening, which was this was my savior. This is the holy space. I was able to quiet my mind and silence all the clutter and noise of the external world, and really, really go and receive that guidance and direction that I needed. So that's going to be May. So that's really beautiful. So June, we have deep replenishment. Okay, so this is deep replenishment. This is retreats. This governs retreats. Perfect time to go on a retreat. I'm going to be hosting one either in May or in June, so I will keep you posted with that. I'm really, really excited to be getting back into doing the retreats that I've done, for many years. So this is a time to just rest. June is such a busy month, right? We got all the ceremonies and graduations and parties. So it might be a little challenging, but this is just letting you know you need time during this busy time just to take a step back, do something for yourself. Make sure you're tending to your temple. I talk about this all the time, right? Being just this act of self-love. Okay, so that's going to govern June. So we have July, which is the judgment. Well, that's going to be interesting. We're going to move through layers of judgment. So, you know, when I do sessions, a lot of people hold judgments, and whether it's been placed upon them, whether it's through, you know, past life connection, whether it's a judgment that they've placed upon themselves. So this is going to be a really powerful month to do some work on releasing judgments. And in the healing sessions that I do, a lot of people will carry judgment in the gallbladder. So I've seen that many, many times where people, you know, I'll tap in and you know, start to see the energy of judgment contained within that organ, and they'll tell me that they've had their gallbladder removed. So we just energetically, you know, begin to clear that. So because now the, you know, the organ is removed, but we also have to clear the energy that is still within the energy field. A lot of people don't understand that or even know about it or think about that. But as an energy healer, there are so many things that we need to tend to on an energetic level, not just on a physical level. So this is going to be really interesting how this comes up in July for us. So yeah. Okay, so August, we have, oh, and August is the Lionsgate. We have the Rainbow Dragon. I didn't even realize I pulled 2 dragon cards. Well, there you go. This energy actually came in the other day because I'm getting the downloads for the dragon activation classes, and the Rainbow Dragon came in, but as the galactic guardian. So that's, I'm going to put that into this energy too with this card because of just the download that I received the other day with this. But it is, you know, the rainbows represent so many things, right? You know, we have, it's a bridge. You know, it's the rainbow bridge, right? It connects us to, from our earthly 3D body to the higher realms. Well, that makes a lot of sense, being that it was the galactic energy that came in around this. It's about opening new doors, having trust, rediscovering ancient wisdom, new opportunities. That comes with opening, of course, new doors. But August is such a powerful time because we have the Lionsgate. Major shifts, major shifts that happen in July and August. You know, July obviously leading up to the Lionsgate, and then, you know, thereafter. Really powerful month. So connecting to the rainbow rays, we just did a rainbow light body activation on the 1111 portal. So there's a lot with that frequency that is coming in through the galactic sun and the portal of our sun. I'm not going to go too much into that because I don't want to take too much of your time. But in the events and classes that I offer, we talk about and tap into this stuff all the time. But Rainbow Dragon, connecting you to higher aspects of yourself. And with the Lionsgate, with that double beautiful galactic sun coming in from the central sun, I mean, this is going to be a powerful month. Just saying. All right, so September, we have Stargate Heart. Well, this is perfect, and it's right under the card of Hilarion, by the way, on my table here. So, and I was talking about the opening and healing of the heart and the balancing with the heart and the mind with Hilarion, and right underneath it is the Stargate Heart, and it's opening up higher levels, more dimensions of your heart. All right, so this is going to be unlocking deeper levels of your heart, you know, 12-dimensional layers of the heart, you know, just beginning to open up. So I don't know how that's going to look for you, but we'll just have to see how this manifests for us in the month of September. And then we have the month of October, which is one of my favorite months, and we have I pulled a polarity card, and we have the King. So the polarity card is right. So, for those of us who don't know, maybe you're new at watching these talks, and if you are, welcome. um, we live in a world of polarity. This is the third dimension. So we have the light and we have the shadow attributes, the good, the bad, the dark, the light, that kind of thing. And we're all moving towards this, coming to a zero, state where we're just, not swinging from one extreme to the other. We're just holding that 0 point frequency. So the king card, think about what a king means, right? So you're taking a leadership role, you're enlightened, you're helping and serving mankind. You're doing things for the benefit for others, for mankind, for your community, right? The shadow of that would be self-serving. Is the ego getting in the way of why you want to be out there and be the leader? Are you not sharing, the role if that is what is needed? So those are the shadows. So that's going to be really interesting for October. Are you moving through feeling entitled? Where are you within the ego? Is the ego driving a bus? One of my first teachers used to say, though, the ego wants to drive the bus. And part of the February card of being enlightened is the breaking down of the ego. It's the ego death, what it's called. So in order to be that king in the highest aspect, or that queen of the highest aspect, you need to go through that ego death, right? And start looking at all the shadows. I talk about this all the time, right? So that's going to be for October. So yeah, there we go. All right. And so November, which is my birthday month, we have, completion and accomplishment. And that's just beautiful. I mean, wow, that's really cool for November, because we have the 1111 portal. And that is always just a really big frequency shift. A lot of people opening up to who they are within, themselves, awakening. And we also, it just leads into all these, the 1212 gateway, and of course the year-end shift. So to have this card for November, which just really represents completion, being here of total service, the triangle within the circle is you become the portal of creation. So you're going to move through all of these energies all through this year. And come November, you're going to really just go to such a deep, profound connection within yourself, where you're just feeling you are just divine, that you're perfect, that you're whole, that you're complete, right? And that's going to be fantastic for the shift of the 11 energy, the 1111 portal. So that's pretty cool. And it's the number 22, and it's connected to the number 22, which is a master number. So that's really cool. All right, so then that was November. So then we have December. All right, perfect. We got Pillar of Light. Here's this card, Pillar of Light. Beautiful cards. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle, right? So, yeah, coming from that 11 November energy of completion, total service, being the divine, being the portal of creation. You become this pillar of light. You become this beacon of light in December, which is perfect because you're shifting into a whole, your body is just like all of the previous months and all the work that you have done. December, the year end, you're really coming into this such a high frequency, and you become that pillar of light. I talk about this all the time within the soul plan readings that I do with people who have this very specific energy, and they just radiate light and become the beacon of light. But we are truly all that. We all are the embodiment of the God source, which is pure divine light. So we all are the pillar of light. right? Or the pillars of light. And so that is your 12-month spread. But like I said, I always like to pick one extra card just to see what it's going to be. And we have, oh, this is cool, the Great Gathering. Well, that's beautiful. It's all coming together is the message. So you couldn't ask for a better card to be that extra card for your reading here. It's your soul tribe. It's coming home. It's the Great Gathering. It's just feeling you are connected to the web of everything, that you are part of everything, and all parts of you are coming together. I mean, this just shows, you know, people coming together, and it can be that too. You know, you're finding your tribe, you're finding your spirit family and your spirit friends who are going to walk this journey, this earth walk with you. But on a grander level, it really is about coming home to yourself. All parts of yourself, all dimensions of yourself starting to come together. And that is a beautiful thing, my friends. Okay, so there you have it. Here's your 12 card spread for the months with your extra card of the Great Gathering. And I will connect with you soon and share more spirit messages with you as they come in. And with that, have a beautiful, blessed day, and namaste.